You're listening to the best local sports show. Boots, Bats and Balls on Six Towns Radio.
I'm at the 150th celebratory event at the Clayton Woods training ground, and we're here with Carl Saunders. Carl, how are you, mate?
I'm very well, thank you.
I noticed on your badge you got number 9 there, very appropriate number.
Well, I did think to myself, was it on purpose? But if it wasn't, then yeah, it's a great gesture anyway.
Definitely, mate, definitely. I can recall you scoring lots of goals in a period over Christmas one. Must have been your really hot streak. I think it would be Grimsby 6, Leeds 7.
Yeah, I especially remember the Leeds game. If I'm right, I think we were expected to lose and we absolutely turned them over big style. If I remember rightly, I think I was up front with Nicky Morgan at the time. And yeah, I had a really good time at Stoke, enjoyed my career here. I had more than a good run at just Christmas.
Oh, definitely.
I think I had some really good times, like I said, and enjoyed playing with some really great players that were at Stoke, and I'm blessed and fortunate to have been part of some of that.
Excellent. I mean, going back to that Leeds game, I think Mervyn Day once said, "Oh, they won't." I think he beat them 6 the year before.
Yeah.
And he famously said, "Oh, they won't score 6."
Yeah, well, he was right, wasn't he?
He was right.
We got 7, so none spoken a truer word when he said we won't score 6.
You've moved on now. You're based in Bristol, aren't you?
Yeah, I obviously when I left Stoke, I went to Bristol Rovers with Jerry Francis. Played there 4.5, 5 years. Had a really good time there. Got promotion there. Got a league championship medal there, and still live there. Doing a bit of mentoring in schools. Bit of hate crime training, and other than that do a bit of delivery driving as well.
Excellent. I wouldn't mind you. I mean, you're surprised a few people can get up in Stoke and Carl Saunders delivering calls.
Well, I could always make a special delivery if someone requests it.
Okay. Do you keep an eye on things at Stoke, and have you seen over the last 5 seasons, you believe what's happened?
Always keep an eye and seeing what's happening. My son lives in Stoke. I've got 2 daughters and a stepdaughter as well with me in Bristol. But I've got a son here in Stoke as well who sometimes follows the club. But yeah, I'm always keeping an eye on what's happening here. Follow the players, follow the results and etc. And obviously I do the same in Bristol, so I follow a couple of clubs.
I mean, Tony Pulis said that obviously got Bristol connections, played there for a while. What are your thoughts on his reign the last 5 years?
I like Tony Pulis. I think he's one of those managers. And I can only speak from what I find and people have known, but he comes over as one of those managers who you get what you see. Yeah. No bull, tell you honestly what his feelings are. He'll tell you if you're going to be part of his team, which is what a manager does anyway, but you know that he's straight up front with you, and he's one of those that inspires you to want to play for him. Or that's how I see it anyway. Obviously I've played under Jerry Francis and I've played under quite a few managers, and one of the best I played under was Jerry Francis and Alan Ball, because they inspire you to want to play for them, and I see Tony Pulis in the same way.
So your favourite memory for the last 150 years? We haven't been there 150 years. Your favourite Stoke City memory?
My favourite Stoke City memory, if you're talking about my involvement, is the winning goal against Man United. I had some great times there, scored hat-trick against Sheffield United, I think it was at the time, when my family came down and watched. But I think we were struggling in what was the top flight then, old First Division. Man United came to the Victoria ground. Obviously we were expected to get turned over big time. They had people like Mark Hughes and Frank Stapleton playing, and we just matched them, outplayed them at times. And for me to score the winning goal as a fullback at the time as well,
Carl Saunders playing fullback?
Yeah, it was something special. I was one of those what you call an attacking fullback.
Yes.
I think I'd be made for the game now if I played fullback, because I just love getting forward.
Did you work hard and track back though?
I always worked hard and track back. Always had the pace to do it, and I did enjoy kicking people, but because I knew what it was like to be kicked.
Yeah.
I probably wasn't the best trainer in the world, but once I stepped over that white line on the pitch, a whole different ball game. Yeah.
It's a great day today in terms of mixing and seeing lots of old faces, I guess.
God, it's amazing, really. You see some people, and some people just ain't changed. Obviously, we've all put on a few pounds, and I'm going to say all, even those that think they're really slim, you still put on a few pounds because I can see it. But yeah, it's kind of surreal, you know, when you come back and see people who you've either played along or you've watched because they're a little bit older than you or a bit younger than you, vice versa, and you just think like, I don't know, like I said, it's just very surreal, and sometimes you don't realise what you was part of sometimes until you go away, and then you think back and, you know, look up a little bit of history.
Yeah, you say it's a bit surreal being around here and seeing lots of old faces. Big game today. What are your thoughts on Spurs game?
Obviously, Spurs are a very flamboyant team. They are a good, exciting team to watch and got some exciting players, as has Stoke. But I think, I'd like to think, mentally and physically, Stoke are a bit stronger. I think if we see the first half out with the performance, if we nick an early goal, then we'll go on to get a couple. Or if we manage to keep Tottenham at bay, I think we can nick it.
Player of the year, Gareth Bale here. Thoughts on him? Well deserved, I think.
It is very well deserved. But in some respects, I do think there's one or two other players out there who could have nicked it. You know, such as Christian Benteke at Aston Villa.
Had a great season, hasn't he?
Well, when you think about the fact is, the guy doesn't even look 22. Do you know what I mean? He looks like he's 32.
Yeah.
He looks like he's been playing for years and years. And so it's never easy for players from a different country to come to England and settle in as quickly as he has and made such a huge impact.
Yes.
And don't get me wrong, we all know Gareth Bale makes a massive impact at Tottenham, but I think the impact that Christian Benteke has potentially kept Villa in the Premier League. And I think when you look at that kind of impact, then you have to think logically about who's player of the season. You know, and you think, like, if Bale was at Villa, could he have kept him in the Premier League? And I'm not sure in the same way he could have. And don't get me wrong, I know Bale's an absolutely great player, fantastic player, and like his likes of him could easily play at Barcelona, Real Madrid, and blah blah blah. But as far as impact, Christian Benteke, I just think, has been absolutely phenomenal.
Carl, thank you very much for your time today.
No problem.
I know you're going to enjoy a great day, so thank you.
No problem. Thanks a lot.